Hello students, in this presentation we will try to study, or we will try to understand the important types of tidal power plant, okay, which is in model number 4 under tidal power. There are basically, or according to flow between an artificially developed basin and sea. The tidal power plants are classified as several types, okay, mainly two types, single basin and double basin. So we will study in detail what are those, okay, in this particular video. So according to the flow between water flow between artificially developed basin and sea, the tidal power plants are classified as two types: single basin arrangements and double basin arrangements. In single basin arrangement, it is classified as three types: single ebb cycle, single tide cycle or flood cycle, and double cycle. Okay, so we will study the first one, single basin system. Under that we will study what is ebb generation. So now single basin system means there is only one basin interacting with the basin, and the water is interacting with the sea. The two are separated by a dam, okay, and the flow between basin and sea is through sluice way, which is located along the dam. Okay, so in that the single ebb generation we will see. So here this is the sketch for a single ebb generation tidal cycle. So when there you can able to see a basin, or which is called estuary, and sea. In between a dam is constructed which separates the water from sea and basin, and sluice gates are introduced in between the dam and sluice and turbines, and this will control the flow of water from basin to sea and sea. Okay, so in a single ebb generation, as we know what is ebb current. Okay, so when the high tide comes in, the sluice gates are opened, which will permit to the sea water to enter the basin or reservoir, while the turbine sets are not working, it is shut. Okay, so turbine sets are under shut, and the water which is enter from sea to basin through sluice. Okay, and the basin will fill. Okay, as now what will happen, the reservoir which will store the water, and the water is filled while its level is also going to increases. Okay, its level is rises. When it reaches maximum, the maximum tide level, the sluice gates are closed. Okay, and the turbine, the water which is flowing between water and between basin and water. Okay, so turbine flows through the the water flows through the turbine, so power is going to generate. Okay, so the water from the basin flowing back to the sea through the turbine, as the case, the power is going to generate, or power generation starts, and the sea water is going to flowing back. Okay, so thus power is generated. Next, about second type, under single basin. This is actually called as power generation in a single tide, or flood generation, or tide cycle. Okay, flood generation, where uh, the in this particular system, the generation is affected when the sea is at a flood site. Okay, so when it is very flood time, the water of the sea is admitted into the basin. Now it is admitted into the basin through turbine. So turbine is going to work here. Okay, this is this process will continue till the flood tide period is over and the sea level starts falling again. Okay, sea level starts falling again. uh, then the turbine is not going to work and power generation is stopped. Okay, the basin is drained into the sea through the sluice space. Okay, so basically you should understand the concept of how this single tide cycle work. So initially, the power generation is affected when the sea is at a flood site, and when it is at a very high tide, the sea water is admitted to the basin over the turbines, and turbine is going to start rotate. So it will convert a mechanical power into electrical power. Okay, by by consuming kinetic energy of water, or potential kinetic energy of water. Okay, so in this way flood generation will work. And third one is two-way generation, where both flood generation and ebb generation is going to affect. Okay, so in this particular, you can able to see here, um, during the high tide, or flood current, the sea water will flow from from sea to a basin through turbine. Okay, so as a result, the turbine is going to generate power, and once this will reach minimum, flood current is reaches minimum, the water level in the basin is going to increases. So again water will flow back from basin to sea and through the turbine. So again power is generated. Okay, so it is two-way generation or double generation. So in particular, power generation takes place using both ebb and flood tides. Okay, so it uses a number of reversible turbines. Okay, it is a reversible turbine, in each of them driving an electric generator. The turbine operates for both directions of water flow, that is from sea to basin and from basin to sea. Okay, the power is generated during both emptying and filling cycles. Filling takes place when ocean is at a high tide, while the reservoir water is at a low tide or level, uh, and emptying takes place when ocean is at low tide and basin is at high tide level. Okay, so in this way two-way generation will occur. Next is double basin arrangement. Okay, so in that double basin arrangement, you can able to see the sketch. It requires two separate but adjacent basins, in one basin called upper basin, and there the water level is maintained above that in the other, which is at lower basin. Okay, so because there is always a head between upper and lower basins, electricity can be generated continuously. Okay, so in this system the turbines are located in between these two basins, okay, that you can able to see in that sketch, isn't it? So the turbine is or the turbine is located in between the two adjacent basins, okay. So the sluice gates are as usual maintained in the dam, okay, for the flow of water across the sea and basin, okay. So what will the work now we will see how it will work, okay. At the beginning of the flood tide, the turbine are shut down, and the gate of upper basin A, to say upper basin, are opened, and those of lower basin is closed, okay. So initially the turbine is shut now upper basin, the sluice gate of upper basin is open and sluice gate of lower basin is closed. Now what, as a result, what will happen? The basin A is filled up while the basin B remains empty, okay. So as soon as the rising water level is in basin A provides significant difference of head between the two basins, now turbines are going to start, okay. So when the water which is flowing through turbine from upper basin to lower basin, water flows from A to B through the turbine, and which will generate power, and at the end of the flood time water in the basin A is maximum, and sluice gets closed, okay. When the ebb tide level gets down, then water level in B, it's sluice B, the sluice gates are gets open, and water will move from basin B to C, okay. So this continues until the head and water level in the upper basin A is enough to drive turbine, okay. The cycle is repeated with the next flood tide, okay. In this way it is going to work. So mainly the small capacity but continuous power is made available with this system. The disadvantage of this system is that 50% of potential energy is sacrificed by in introducing the variation in water levels of the two basins, okay. So in this way the flood double basin system is going to work. So in this particular video we studied the types of tidal power, mainly the single basin system and double basin system. In single basin system we studied there are three types. One is ebb tide or ebb current tidal power, and the second one is tidal power of flood current tidal system, and third one is double double flow tidal system. And in double basin arrangement we saw only one type, that is a double basin. Two basins are arranged, okay. So with this I will stop for this presentation.